All right, we are jumping back into PowerWash Simulator. I had to cut yesterday's episode a little bit short. My son was out of school for teacher professional day or whatever, where they do extra training. So he was hanging out with a friend, so I had to drive him to and from that. So not a big deal, but hopefully the career mode saved. Okay, yeah, it's saved. We're at 89% on cleaning the Muckington Recreation Ground play yard. So let's go ahead and resume that. I'm really enjoying this game. Right now it's on a free-to-play weekend. The second version of this game, PowerWash Simulator 2, is going to be coming out fairly soon. I think it's a couple weeks. If I remember correctly, it's like October 23rd. Could be wrong. But we're going to play as much as we can before the free weekend is over. My son is on a church retreat for the weekend. So I'll probably be streaming again on Sunday, tomorrow. I rarely do weekend games, or weekend streams, I should say. My son has baseball on the weekends. And he likes to play some video games as well. So I usually just let him do that kind of stuff. I get enough Monday through Friday, so. Kinda wish you didn't have to like super spam the tab key here. And there's a couple of nooks and crannies that are a little bit difficult to get, although you don't need to get like 100% of everything for it to count. This is quite the enjoyable kind of time waster game. I think this game was super popular a couple years ago when it first came out. But we'll play a little bit of this, and then I was thinking maybe we would play a little bit of something else. Maybe continue with Chinese Frontiers. Some objects in this game are a little bit more difficult than others. Just like getting behind stuff. I like the side-to-side motion a little bit better. Obviously, it's best to use the direction that's best for a given surface. So. Mariners won Game 5 of the ALDS against the Tigers in a crazy 15-inning game. The walk-off by Jorge Polanco with the bases loaded. It was so stressful watching. I was watching over at my parents' house. And we had to go home early. Well, not early, but we went home at like 10 p.m. Just because the game was dragging on for so long. Luckily, we live really, really close, so I was able to watch the rest of the game. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna have to go get this ladder that they provided over here. Should be able to get underside of this slide. One thing that's cool about this game is there's a double crouch feature. So you can crouch once and get low, crouch again to get even lower. Never seen that in a game before. All right, probably switch the direction here. Probably have a similar situation on this side. All right, what are we missing on this slide here? Oh, this side. Okay, well, that counted pretty quick. I'm pretty sure we got the inside here, so... Last of the post. Okay, so I think that should be everything except for all the top stuff here. So let's go get our ladder. Okay, so you can only put it in certain spots. That's fine. I didn't think that I would like this game as much as I do. It is very relaxing. Just listen to some music and kind of zone out a little bit. Okay, I'm guessing that this roof piece is just like all one thing, so we'll just continue until we get the last of the roof. I don't know if there's a little bit of fascia on the sides here that we got to get. We probably have to get a little bit of the underside of these planks, which might be a little bit difficult. I think we should be able to do this though, without too much hassle. Okay, so you can't even fall off the roof, which I guess is nice. There we go. Okay, I think there's a couple more pieces here. Might have to switch to a higher power. Well, not higher power, but I guess more pressure. Lower degree nozzle. Okay, yeah, I thought I... This shape here is being a little bit problematic. There we go. Yeah, it seems like the shapes that are a little bit more problematic, they do a good job of not having to get like every single speck of dust, or dirt, I should say. Because yeah, that looks pretty darn good, but then it's like some of these little hidden faces here. There we go. All right, well, yeah, the Mariners have a long road ahead of them still, going up against the Blue Jays in a couple days. I think they play on Sunday. No, might be Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, going 15 innings, bringing in 2 starters as relief pitchers. That kind of messes things up. And then even if they do win, which I hope they do against the Blue Jays, that all just compounds. Going into the World Series, Mariners have never, I don't even think, been to the World Series, so it's a lot of pressure on them right now. What are we missing on this? There we go. Oh, okay. This is probably it. Okay, probably am gonna have to use this here. Yeah, but watching the Mariners play makes me very, very sad that my team wasn't able to play fall ball this year. Just didn't have enough people sign up, which really, really sucks. Okay, what are we missing? Hopefully we're just missing the top of the roof here. We are still missing a little portion of this. I just can't find a good angle to get any of this. hopefully we can find something. I probably should be using some of the soap and stuff like that, but it just goes so quickly. You use a bottle of cleaner so quickly that it's almost like almost seems like you should just do it normally. Got that roof. Darn close to being done here, 98%. I know there's a couple of little spots that we need to figure out how to get, but all things considered, doing pretty good. Okay, yep, got that now. I'm a little bit stuck here. While we're up here, we need to get the top of the monkey bars. Go. Okay, so 99%. Looks like we just need this thing here. Wonder if I can. Looks like I'm able to get a good angle on that. All right, let's check our tablet here. Okay, so we actually have quite a few little areas here. Side guard, I don't know where that would be. Ah. Okay, so that's a tower support. Yeah, still that one there. Okay, so it's these things. like all these little nooks and crannies that kind of get you. There we go. Kind of hitching up here for some reason. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, for some reason they, oh, there we go. Okay. Now we can actually move. Okay, so those are the side guards. Vertical tower strut. Was it? Okay, it looks like this one. There we go. Okay, so that's vertical tower strut, tower roof support strut. Okay. I'm guessing that's this one here. Okay. Tower floor. Okay, so is that going to be the underside of one of these? Gonna have to use the little meter here. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Tower floor. This says tower floor underside, so maybe it's an actual floor. Okay, it's this one here. Yeah, there's a little meter when you look at a particular object. Climbing pole guard. Climbing pole guard. Climbing pole. Climbing pole platform. What would a pole guard be? I'm pretty sure that that's the only climbing pole here, so. Okay, climbing pole guard. Okay, so it's right there. Tower trim, large bridge slat. so it's this one here. Okay, tower trim. It's one of... That's the strut. Tower support strut. Okay, so what is considered a trim? Oh, okay, so tower trim is one of these things. Ah, okay, so it's this one here. Job complete. All right, we got our 5 stars here. And you can watch a replay if you'd like, but I don't really see the point in that. We just did it. All right, super job on the playground, Dirt Finder. Looking at it now, I'll admit there may have been the odd fleck of dirt here and there. And aren't there just so many colors in this world? Too many, perhaps. Anyway, you got those bleeding worry warts off my back. And for that, I cannot thank you enough. All right, got $600. Let's do the golf cart. These ones seem to be like pretty quick, and so like time per dollar is actually pretty good. So Mayor Jefferson the 8th, I need you to clean my sorry golf cart. You might have heard about my poor cat Ulysses going missing. We're all frantic with worry. What with the ceremony just around the corner, I swear I saw him on the golf course frolicking on the lily pads in the lake by the 13th par 3, but I always get a birdie. By the time I realized it was just a boisterous carp, it was too late. I slammed on the brakes and went tumbling down the slope head over tail. Don't worry, docs have given me the all clear. Said they'd never seen anyone recover from such a minor incident in so little time, but the cart needs a hose down. All right, yeah, I did not read that very well, but that's okay. We're all good. Did just wake up and then on my first cup of coffee, so I'll chalk it up to that. I used to work on a golf course and we had to spray down the carts every once in a while. It's a good high school job. High school, early college. Can make quite a bit of money on tips, so oftentimes we'd walk away with like 100, 150 bucks, something like that in a day. And then if you work a weekend, that's 300 bucks cash. Then, of course, we spent it on stupid stuff like beer. Total waste of money. Okay, what are we missing on this piece here? I guess maybe kind of behind the seat, it looks like. All right, 84%. 85. All right, 100%. Okay, looking at the golf cart now, it's almost like the whole thing never happened. You're a genius, Dirt Finder. Much obliged. All right, do we want a bungalow or a detached house? I guess we'll go with the more money. Let's see if we can buy anything here. I'm not sure. Okay, some of these things we're not able to buy. Okay, it looks like out of equipment we can only buy this, but cannot be used on a when close to a surface. I don't even know if I want that. Okay, there's tons of... All right, let's just go ahead and buy some... We have money, and I don't really think that you can get anything else. All right, those are free, so I may as well get those. I think all of these is just custom styling, like they don't give you any bonus or anything. This one here, I don't know, need 190 stars for that. But yeah, that's all just custom bonuses. $0. We'll take that. Again, this is just custom styling. And we only have one power washer. So yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really seem like there's any point in doing that kind of stuff. So let's go here. Yeah, why not? We'll do the detached house. So Ara Smith and Jenny Pebbles, 212 Acacia Avenue, Muckingham. Cards on the table. We live at the old house of Esther Death, or Death, the eccentric actress who played the Wicked Witch in that classic movie and vanished mysteriously in the national park. We know all the rumors surrounding the place, but we also know we've picked an absolute bargain. We don't mind if the furniture moves around a little. That's just next level feng shui. But the grubby exterior is really getting to us, and all the other power washers in town are too scared to set foot in our yard. If you could help us out, we'd be eternally grateful. Okay, yep, just scouting stuff out here. So I think I'll start with this. Okay, so I think we have to go to E. Let's get the stone cleaner. Yeah, I don't even know if the cleaning liquid is all that good. All right, we'll just do it this way. We got quite a bit of it, so I'm not too worried. I like the big flat surfaces. That's my favorite. And I guess the various cleaners do a good job at getting like, oh, yeah, okay, so that, yeah, so like this brick here maybe didn't even count as stone. It says stone though, so I don't know why it didn't do such a good job at it, but we'll be able to get this pretty darn quick. And same with this, just make sure we're in the C mode. what that symbol is. Almost looks like a game of Hangman. Doesn't look like you can pressure wash that off. Yeah, I like how they have different types of dirt that are easier and harder to get off. Okay, seems like this downpipe should be its own little item here. Doesn't even really look like it though. That little tiny piece of trim was. To get that piece, I think we might have to go on the roof here. Kind of wondering why we can't get. Piece here seems like super stubborn for some reason. Probably just got to get up in this crack. Yeah, because the face of this here, oh, is it just this little piece here? I don't know. All right, well, let's just continue. Getting some of these little angles is just a bit of a pain. Yeah, I like how different surfaces are easier than others. Like this, like the tiling seems to be pretty easy. The wood seems to be a little bit more difficult. It's pretty realistic in that sense. And also flat surfaces are easier than kind of more intricate surfaces. Oh, there's this walkway here too. I like the walkways. Right. Let's see if there's any other like patio areas and stuff back here. Not really. Okay. Wow. This is going to be quite the task here. Okay, as I sat on the sofa just now, I heard a strange sigh-like sound. Spooky. I didn't even notice that on the right side there, it shows you if you're standing, kneeling, or in prone position. Kind of funny. So there's a little something on these steps. Seriously? Like, what is holding these guys up? Oh, okay, so the graffiti does disappear. Okay, hopefully we can get this little railing here. Fortunately, it looks like we might have to go with a higher pressure nozzle. We're super close on this railing. Hopefully we can squeak it out. There we go. Yeah, that railing took a long time. Oh, wow. Okay. That was a lot quicker than I was expecting, but I'll take it. right, well, let's, I guess, kind of finish up the porch area here. Hopefully it's just this, oh, I guess the porch kind of counts all on its own? I'm not sure. So progress meter is just like around 40%. Doesn't seem like it's usually this big of a section. this railing is really close. There we go. Okay, finally got the railing. See if we can get this post here. Okay, that's one post. Okay, 2 posts. Posts. Okay, so we got that. So I don't know what they're counting as porch. Is it like this whole big awning or? they counting like up top also? I mean, they gotta be counting up top. All right, maybe. Where'd my ladder go? Did it snap all the way back? Okay. Okay, so they're counting this as porch also. Oh, wow. Okay, that was still really dirty. I don't know why it decided to complete that, but I'm okay with it, I guess. If you hear that weird rumbling noise. No, Aura, I did not. feel like you got to get the gutter from the top as well. And while I'm up here, I may as well just try to get all the roofs. Oh, you can fall off. Okay. Not a big deal. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious what they're going to change for the second version of this game. Seems like they could have just brought out like DLCs for this game. It seems to be pretty well put together, well thought out. So this fascia has just a bit more somewhere. Right, yeah, this is definitely taking longer than I was expecting. We're only at 2 stars here. We got most of the porch, back porch. We're about to get the garage. We got to get the front porch. That was a little bit fiddly. That's why I kind of moved on from that, but we'll get that. All the siding and stuff is pretty easy. So hopefully, I mean, we're at 53%. So we'll make it. Yeah, it's all the places with like tiny little angles and crevices and things like that. I really enjoyed these flat surfaces. Those are fun, super satisfying. Seems like the dirt comes off a lot easier on the flat surfaces, which makes sense. anyway, this is on a free weekend right now, so definitely check it out. I would say that probably a weekend's worth of this game is probably good for me. I don't really see myself playing like over and over and over again, but it is kind of nice. Kind of like just going ham on this stuff. All right, we should be almost done with this wall here. There we go. Yeah, the fascia pieces tend to be a little bit fiddly. Probably just have to crouch down, get the undersides here. Maybe even not. But yeah, I think this like fascia piece goes all the way around. It's kind of crazy. So usually it seems like it's been chopped up into smaller pieces than this. Maybe we'll move down here. I'm gonna move this ladder. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same fascia piece or if it's a different fascia piece. I'm gonna try the strong jet. Okay, so you can get the graffiti off with the strong jet. I kind of like the middle ground though of the yellow one. Has a nice coverage area and also has quite a bit of pressure. Okay, how do, Dirt Finder? I got a real doozy for you when you can spare a minute for us over at the recreational grounds. Didn't we just do that? Hello, is this the Grime Bandits? I need some help with my poor little play school. Okay. I like how you like get jobs while doing jobs. It's kind of funny. All right. I always hit the wrong button there. Oh, this isn't even a good spot to put that ladder. Ah, come on. Hit F. F. It seems like that gutter is not so easy to get. Okay, so this is how you get up to the top. Or not. Okay, sometimes you do get stuck a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can get this gutter at the top of the roof as well. There we go. Kind of like this song. It's from MasterPlannedMusic. Sometimes the movement in this game gets a little bit wonky, like doesn't let you get up from crouch. So you just have to like sprint to unlock the crouch. But all in all, I would say this game is pretty well put together, pretty well thought out, pretty engaging. Kind of get lost in it. I'm not gonna like get caught up in all the minutia of all the little spots, because I think, especially for the roofs and any of the large surfaces, if you get pretty darn close, it still 100%'s it. And then we can always come back and spot clean little places that we missed. Yeah, your arm definitely gets a workout. Just back and forth on the mouse. We're definitely getting there. How's the gutter? Gutter still looks pretty bad. I'll try to get as much of the upper part of the gutter so we don't have to climb back up on this particular roof. All right, finally got that chimney top. The chimney itself shouldn't be too bad. All right, got the roof. I think we have this gutter. No. Oh yeah, we have that gutter. We have that gutter. I don't think there was a gutter on the back side of this. No. Okay, we pretty much have all of the lower part, like the foundation of the house. So let's go ahead and just finish that off. stairs in the front porch take quite a while. And it's a little bit fiddly, so we'll save that kind of for last. Maybe we can get this chimney too, because I don't think it's like super bad. We might actually, yeah, we'll probably have to grab the ladder. Kind of get height limited. I'll have to grab that ladder coming up. Yeah, but you can see that clear line of where I can reach from ground level. Alright, we are slowly but surely getting there though, 79%. Shaw, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I've looked into the creepy symbols you found on the side of that house you're working on. Turns out they're just builder's diagrams telling the plumber where to put the gap for the overflow pipe. Yeah, I didn't think they were anything demonic or anything. Getting the high siding is going to be a bit of a pain. And this front porch is like super moldy. Actually, maybe I could try using the wood cleaner. Oh, I didn't want the stone cleaner. I wanted the wood cleaner. Okay, yeah, the wood cleaner is really good for these posts. Did we get that post too? All right, veranda decking is done. Oh, we're out of, okay. Okay, what is up with this window frame? Got the window frame finally. Yeah, the longer you play, definitely the sloppier you get. My arm is getting tired. Probably got to get some of this gutter from the top side. Railings are definitely a pain. Now, see, like this railing is still not. Okay, is this the same railing? Okay, that might all be the same railing. That's probably why. There we go. Okay, so that's a different railing. post. Okay, finally got that railing. This veranda is gonna take a while. Should hopefully be able to get this wall done pretty quick. I wonder if we're gonna have to use this stool here to get on top of that little window frame. Can we even place the stool here? Apparently not. Oh, under. Okay. There we go. Oh, crap. How am I going to get that ladder now that I fell down? There we go. We can still get to it. Pretty darn close on this veranda here. Hopefully it's just this last little section. Got the veranda. These wood window frames are kind of annoying. Go. Okay, 91%. Hopefully we'll be fairly close with all these little fiddly bits over here, and then it's just going to be the upper portions of the walls, the siding, which goes pretty quick. I'm sure I missed a spot or two on some of these pieces though, so we'll have to do a spot check. Hopefully we can get this red wall here. There we go. The fascia is kind of hard to discern whether or not you've done it. 'Cause it's so long. It's such a long piece. Look, we still have like 25% of this fascia, but I don't think it's like necessarily, yeah, because I think it wraps around the house. Okay, I think we should double check the top of the roof because I think I fell down at one point. No, house roof was done. Okay. And garage roof was done. All right. I think we're in a good position. I think mostly it's just like this type of stuff here. Yeah, this is the same fascia piece, so should be able to get this real quick. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, it's still showing quite a bit, actually. What on the fascia are we actually missing here? Is it all just like little tiny spots? Okay, so that's part of the fascia up here. Might not even be able to reach that. Okay. The gutter is still pretty bad too. Okay, I think I am gonna have to go back up here. I have a better one. There we go. Okay, finally got that gutter. Okay, how do we get this fascia here? I mean, it can't be like this little fiddly stuff. There's got to be a larger section that we've missed. what else on this gutter also? Jeez. Okay, there we go, finally. Okay, so we're at 94%. That's pretty good. I don't know what the best way of getting that chimney piece is. Okay, we still have fascias. We have another window. Another window frame. Okay, which window is it? That looks good. Window frame, that looks fine. Windows good, windows good, window frames good. Windows good, window frames good. Window frame. Window frame. Okay, What other window is there? Okay, I don't get it. Those all seem pretty good. Okay, we're obviously... Oh, it's that one. So. That's also the fascia that we're missing. Got the window frame. Can we get the actual window? Missing just a little bit there. Oh. All right, 98% is pretty good. Seems like just this wall, and then we probably have to get that little last piece of the window, part of the chimney. And I think there was like one more fascia over here as well. All right, where did our ladder go? There's our wall. There's our fascia. There's our window. Yep, we need the chimney, and there's some bricks left. There's our chimney. Only 14 out of 21 wooden trims. Okay. We have one more set of bricks. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so the wooden trims are probably, yeah, probably just have to get under. Okay. That one looks okay. Here we go. Okay, where are the last ones? Okay, so just one more. Wooden trim, wooden trim. No, not that one. Not that one. Okay, where would it be? Okay, the vertical ones also count. Come on. All right, this is actually kind of insane here. Dude, I cannot find this. Okay, how many wooden trims are there? 20. So all right, let's start at the front of the house. So 1. Yeah, I don't even know what counts. Oh, it's the garage. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing that we just need to get it from the top. There it is. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, finding those last things. Okay, the house looks amazing, almost normal. You know what is strange though? As you were finishing, there was this screech from the attic, so I opened the latch and something whooshed past my face, followed by a grubby gray feather floating mysteriously down. I think it was Esther's soul leaving, finally at peace. Ooh, $900 for the skate park. But yeah, I think I'm done with this game for now. Took about 2 hours and 50 minutes. We did one big job, a golf cart, and finished up the play park. But yeah, we'll probably do the skate park, I don't know, tomorrow or something like that. Don't usually stream on the weekends. I usually stream Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. But my son is out of town this weekend on a church retreat, so don't have to be driving him to different activities and things like that. So I think I will probably try to stream maybe again later tonight and then also some tomorrow. But this has been PowerWash Simulator. Probably I'll jump into Chinese Frontiers if I do stream later. You can check out that series. It's uploaded on YouTube, and there are still a couple episodes left on Twitch. All right, thanks so much for joining me, and maybe I'll see you next time.